Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to this Wednesday evening live show. Just a couple of days before Christmas, and we're going to be doing our 10 to 14 day for you. I'm afraid it looks like Christmas is going to be pretty mild. So all those teases that we have a few days ago, week or so back, but we might have a cold Christmas. It's all come to naught. The weather gods have done it to us again, but it's not quite the letdown that we had last year. At least, at least we've got to. At least we've got like a few days before Christmas. Last year, it all went down the tubes like with 2 days to go, didn't it? So it's not been quite as bad as that this year. But yeah, it does look as though Christmas will be generally mild. It looks like Westerlies are setting in. So, as we say in the title, the Westerlies are going to strike back. And we shall have a look at the 12Z data and see what's going on. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be great. And we'll do that for you in around 30 minutes time. The first half of the live stream, I'm going to go through the live chat, take some questions, shout out as many of you as I can. And then in the second half of the live stream, that's when we will do our 10 to 14 day live. We'll do everything that we would have done in a 10 to 14 day, but instead of doing it as a video upload, we're going to do it live. We're at 35 concurrent viewers, so if you can smash the like button, everybody, let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream. It would be absolutely fantastic if you can do that. We've got 6 thumbs up with 35 concurrent, so please give us a like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we thank you so very much for doing that. So are we ready for Christmas? We're nearly there now, everyone. So yes, I hope we're all ready and getting into it. Duncan Wood, hi Gav, all flat as a pancake. It could be, Duncan. That might be the way it's going. That might be the way it's going, my friend. Yeah, we all ready for Christmas. I did all my wrapping up yesterday, so I can finally start relaxing a little bit. And, start winding down. The historic video is recorded. So that's nice, that's all in the can. I've got my wrapping up done so I can sit back, relax, enjoy, and start winding down to Christmas. I have got a cup of tea with me here. I've been very busy today. I've been around Northampton, driving around the place and whatnot. So I've had a busy Wednesday. So I'm going to have a nice chill live stream with you tonight, hopefully, and drink my tea along the way, and it's going to be great. It's going to be epic. Okay, so I'll probably start going through the live chat in a moment, and I'll shout out as many of you as I possibly can, and I'll take some questions as we go, and we shall see how the live stream develops. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Please smash the like button either now or on your way out when we finish the live stream at around 7 p.m. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Tom Mosler, hi Gav, CT is now standing at 3.1 degrees below average. We'll make it below average or not, time will tell. I think it is going to be below average December, just about, but it might be quite a close run thing, actually, in the end, because we are in some pretty mild weather, I think, for the next 10 days or so. So yeah, we should just wait and see. We should just wait and see what happens there. But I think we'll probably still come out with below average CT. I think probably in the threes, maybe in the end. So we'll have a look at the centering temperature, of course, later on when we start doing our screen capturing screen share section. Right, okay. Oh, I've still got the cough, by the way. Still can't shake it off, so I shall be hacking away like a good one, I think, during this live stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Right, so first person in was John Zeb Mabunga Wester. Hello to you, John Mabunga. We've also got Steffi here, Steffi Adcock. Good evening, gang. Just making me tea. I'm going to have my tea after the stream, Steph. So I'm feeling a little bit peckish, actually. I've been very busy today, driving around the place, and I haven't had much to eat, so I am feeling quite hungry. You enjoy your tea while watching the live stream, Steffi. Thank you so much for being here. Right, okay, Mark Calusi's here. Even Gavin, when you said on the video upload yesterday, I won't take that too serious. Does that mean we will never, ever get cold weather ever again in the UK or not? I wouldn't have thought so, Mark. We've just had a very prolonged cold spell just in the last couple of weeks, so no, I don't think so. Mark also saying, also Gavin, does it prove though, it does prove though, doesn't it, that we still get cold in the UK if blocking is just right? Yes, that's true. Mark again saying, Gavin, that is true, isn't it? All it could take is sun effect warming and blocking to come back. Yeah, we might not even need a sun effect warming. We've had a decoupling between top and strap, but produced the blocking the last couple of weeks. So if that was to reoccur, we could get the we could get the blocking back without an SSW. Best Crazy Boys here, going to Best Crazy Boy. And James and I, Paul James are here as well. So everybody say thank you to our moderators for moderating on the live stream. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to James and thank you so much to Paul for moderating on the live stream. Thank you so much to our lovely moderators. Mark saying, Gavin, Mark Bogan said on his update reason he thinks it's changed in the Madden-Julian oscillation. Do you ever look at that, or do you find it quite complicated? Do you find it quite complicated, too complicated to really put in a video? Maybe that's partly responsible. With teleconnections, it's very difficult to know what thing is driving what's driving one thing or the other, really. The fact of the matter is, the weather's changed, it's gone milder, and we're just going to wait and see how long it lasts, I think. Jake Hammerson is here. Hi, Gav. Just a question, what caused the cold end to March, start to April this year? Probably nothing in particular, Jay. So, cold snaps, cold spells, are all part of the weather, so it may not have had a particular cause, it might have just been something that happened. Right, not everything has to have a reason for it to happen, Some things are just part of the weather system. Mark, Gavin, glad you like my song recording. It's very nice, Mark. You've got a very, very good voice. Much better than mine, I have to say. Steffi, with an SSW and fabric warming, it all depends on how the polar vortex falls. Yes, that's true. An SSW on its own does not guarantee any particular outcome. It's a very significant event that's taking place at the top of the atmosphere in the stratosphere. You have to wait to see how it all comes back together. After the SSW, where the pieces of the puzzle fall together. Shiram, hello to you, Shiram. Hello, Gavin. Shiram, for sun traffic this winter. We think there's going to be an SSW this winter, Shiram, but when it's going to happen, we can't say. We are expecting one. We was expecting one when we did winter forecast. When it happens, we can't at this moment say, and just a matter of watching this space on that. Jake Hammerson, also Gavin, at the end of May, what mainly causes those high to go to Greenland? Again, probably there wasn't anything in particular. There is a end of season warming of the stratosphere that takes place at the end of winter into the spring, so that sometimes leads to blocking later on in the spring, so maybe that was responsible, but again, it could have just been one of those things that happened, something that happened randomly. Mark saying, Steffi, does that mean 100% with confidence between now and April it will stay mild in the UK, or does it? I'd imagine there will be more cold snaps, but you never know, it might stay mild from now through to the end of winter. It is a possibility. That could happened last winter, for example. I would suspect we're going to get more cold snaps, but yeah, it remains to be seen. Sevi saying the MJO is a major player in normal hemisphere weather, but it's only if the wave amplitude is big enough. It's not easy to explain alongside 10 to 14 day models, as it's not always a player for that reason. It's very complicated to fit into a 10 to 14 day, which is why I tend to steer clear of it in the videos. Mikey is here. Mikey Rod, good evening to you, my friend. Good evening, Gal. Everyone, hope we're all well. Thank you so much to Mikey for being here. Mark saying, Gavin, is that right? The cold will probably come at some point. I take it the uncertainty is the timing. Maybe, yeah, possibly. You can't say for definite that we're going to get the cold back. It's possible it will stay mild, you know, right way from now through to May. So that is a possibility. It could do. I think it would be unlikely that would happen. But yeah, you know, we're just going to wait and see. We're just going to wait and see how long this mild weather goes on for. Right, okay, let's have a look. Jake, saying, here's another question, Gavin. Do you think that this extraordinarily long woman average spell that we've been in will probably break next spring? It may already have broken. We've had about a couple of very cold weeks. I think people underestimate how cold the weather's been over the past couple of weeks. You know, I'm still seeing people posting the comments about, you know, it's going to be mild all the time. We have had a really, really cold couple of weeks. These first 2 weeks of December have been amongst the coldest, you know, but it's been recorded, certainly in the past 100 years. So we have had a very impressive cold spell, even if there wasn't all that much snow. We're going milder now. We're just going to have to wait and see how long that goes on for. It might just be a brief milder interlude. It might be something that lasts a lot longer, and we're going to have to wait and see. Sharon saying, the problem is, Gavin, we need something to get us out of the Westerlies. Can we go back to cold and snow about SSW? We might get a further decoupling of the strategy and the troubles here. That's how we got the cold start to December. So maybe that will happen again. You know, we've seen that that's a possibility. Sharon, I'm also asking, Gavin, do you know how the Met Office forecast snow amounts? I assume they look at the precipitation rate, you know, the rate that the precipitation is going to be falling within any particular scenario, and then make a calculation, you know, based on the amount of precipitation that's going to be coming down against what would happen if that was to be snowflakes rather than rain. So I would assume that's how you do it. What that calculation is, I'm not sure. Maybe Steffi would know. Right, okay. Sharon saying, hello, Gavin. Is it possible it stays mild for the rest of winter and get a very cold spring like in 2013? Well, that had, like, cold through the winter, though, didn't it? So, before March 2013, it was, like, on and off, through January and February, and even though December was quite cold as well in 2012, 2013. So that was quite a cold winter. So if we're going to get a March as cold as 2013, I would suspect we would have a rather colder winter before that. So I would probably say, but March like 2013 is unlikely, but we might get a cold spring after a mild winter. That can happen, even if it doesn't reach, you know, that sort of level, and that's fine, you know. So we shall see what happens with that. Right, okay, let's have a little sip of tea. Okay, good evening to Mikey Roger. I think I've shouted out Mikey already. Mark saying time to play mode. We've had 2 weeks of cold weather. Proving it can still happen in the UK if the blocking is in the right place. It's true, it's been a very, very cold first couple of weeks of December. At 70 King Copios with 20 thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. Epic. Please smash the like button and let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream. It would be absolutely fantastic if you can all do that. Thank you so much. Joe Weather is here. To you, Joe Weather. Thank you so much, Joe. Hello, Joe. What do you know? Thank you so much, Joe, for being here. Right, okay, let's come down. Let's come down. Let's have a look. GXD10. Hello to you, GXD. Thank you so much for being here. Martin Cartwright. Hello to you, Martin. Say hi, Gabler. Woohoo! Good evening to you, Martin. I hope you're all set for Christmas, my friend. 100% Christmas Finley boy. It's hello to you, Finley. Thank you so much for being here. Professor Sweden, hello to you, my friend. I've word, I'll be on in the chat about 15, 20 minutes. Hello to you, my friend. Good evening to best of Sweden. Duncan Wood, hello to you, Duncan. And Michael Hill is here as well. JL is here too. Good evening to all of you. Adrian Major, hi, hi Adrian, saying good evening Gav, good evening everyone, hope you're all getting into the Christmas spirit. I am, I've got all my wrapping up done. Adrian, the historic video is recorded, so that's out of the way, and I can start winding down, begin to relax a little bit, and you know, start winding down for Christmas. I hope everything's okay for you, my friend, and thank you so much for being here. Richard Wills Woodward, great cold to incredible mildness. It has turned really mild, hasn't it, in the past few days. Martin Cartwright is asking if there's any sign of the cold returning at all. We shall see, Martin. I don't think so, but we're going to have a look at the model data in around 10-15 minutes time or so. Hang on. I'm very sorry everyone, it would be a live stream without many casts. Jonathan Stockley is here. Hello to Jonathan. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Jake Haberson saying, hi Gav, a year ago tomorrow was when you did your 10 to 14 day video, which was saying the cold Christmas had been cancelled. That was, Vib, wasn't it? That, cold Christmas cancelled. I got into quite a lot of trouble with that, actually. Yeah, it was an interesting time, wasn't it? 22nd of December. To be honest, the writing had been on the wall for a day or two before that, but it was 22nd, you know, 22nd of December. The models really went town with building up the mildness on that, wasn't it? I'm so sorry, everyone. We're both on right chat temporarily, and Darth Vader has arrived. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Darth Vader. That's amazing. It's epic. Thank you so much, Darth, for checking. I think Darth's going to be checking out, though, actually. Got to go to sleep. So I'm so tired. Have a fun sleep. Thank you so much, Darth, for checking in and allowing me to do my Darth. And you have a good sleep, my friend. Darth hasn't slept for 24 hours. Oh dear. Oh dear, Darth. We'll watch tomorrow. Have a good evening. I'm so sorry to hear that you've had insomnia. You have had insomnia. I'm so sorry to hear that, Darth. You have a good sleep, my friend. And enjoy. Have a good sleep and enjoy. Right, okay, let's get back up to where I was in my live chat. Lovely chill live stream. This, I think a lot of interest has sort of gone away as the models have turned milder, but I like the chill streams as well. So the big streams are really nice. They have like 200 or 300 people, but sometimes it's nice to be nice and chill, isn't it? So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Smash that like button. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream. It'll be absolutely fantastic if you can all do that for us. So in around 10 or so minutes time, we're going to start bringing you our 10 to 14 days. Going to be a little bit of long range, including that as well. We're going to have the CFS and the Beijing Climate Centre. So you'll be able to see what those two models are showing for the remainder of the winter. I wonder what the CFS will show. I wonder, what will the CFS show? We'll find out shortly. Right, okay, Jonathan Stockley's here to you, my friend. Finley Boy saying, at GavsWeatherVids, I love all your live streams. They're extremely fun and funny and chill and awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm so pleased that you're enjoying the live streams and the videos and all the content that we're doing on the channel. Thank you so much. Richard Brown, good evening to you. Saying good evening from breezy, mild and damp Hull. Hoping Mars do a big flip in favour of snow. Looks like the pests from west is coming. Booby Westerlies are about to strike back, but we should wait and see how long that it goes on for. Mark, it proves though, Gavin, no one knows. The papers have only got it out saying another warm, hot, dry summer next year. We shall see. We shall see what happens, Mark. JL saying, Gav, I really think so activity has affected the second half of December. Maybe, possibly. Nick Hine, pick up a penguin. I loved the penguin back in the day, but I have not had one for a very long time. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Sharon saying, "Hey, Gavin, why do you think February will be very mild?" It kind of had that look when we did the winter updates and forecasts, although we have caveated that. But if we get an SSW, then that will have a big impact. But like La Nina winters tend to be colder earlier and get milder later, so that's one of the reasonings. There are a couple of other things. Well, the Westerly phase requires biennial oscillation. You know, a couple of things pointed us towards the possibility of mild February. But if we was to get an SSW, you know, through the heart of the winter, through the middle of the winter, then of course that would have a significant impact on February and whatnot. Right, okay, let's have a look. Sharon, Gavin, why do we keep missing out on a cold Xmas every year? It's very strange, isn't it? I should have counted up all of the cold Christmases, but I can remember since I was born, you know, cold Christmas week, not necessarily Christmas Day, but all the time we had like cold weather in the Christmas week. It happened quite often, really, from around, you know, from when I was born in 1977 to 2010, at least 2 or 3 times a decade on average. But since 2010, we have been in very short supply with cold weather during the Christmas week. So, you know, it's one of those mysteries. The weather does sometimes get itself into cycles within cycles that I've spoken about. But you will think that even by the law of averages, we will probably get a cold Christmas before too much longer. Steffi87, good evening, Gav. Good evening, everyone. Looks like we will get mild. It looks like Christmas is going mild, Steffi, but go and look at data very, very shortly. Right, again, let's have a look. Nick Rawthorne, hello to you, Rawthorne. Hello to Nick, thank you so much. Matthew Orchard, good evening to you, Matthew. Thank you so much, Matthew Orchard, for being here. Isaac is here. Isaac Shaw at GavsWeatherVids. Maybe I should save some of this message. Christmas, I absolutely admire your energy you have, despite everything you have been lucky enough to have been given membership. I am honoured. Let's do that again. Isaac saying, maybe I should say some of this message for Christmas. I absolutely admire the energy you have, despite everything. Isaac, has been lucky enough to have been given membership. I am honoured. That's thanks to James098. Thank you so much to James098 for the gifts of channel membership on the live stream. I think it was on Monday, wasn't it? So thank you so much to James. And thank you so much, Isaac. That's incredibly kind of you, my friend. It has been a bad year for me, but you got to carry on. You know, the show must go on. And Gav is nothing else. If Gav is nothing else, you know, is a showman, and the show's got to go on. So it's one of those situations where you either just kind of fall apart and let it defeat you, or you fight back and you come back stronger. I remember when I was going through the mouth cancer thing, and I had to go off for a while. Somebody posted on Twitter, a very nice comment, that the great thing about you being down on your luck is your comeback story. And I think Gav's comeback story, our comeback story as a community, I think it's been, you know, pretty darn epic since the summer. Thank you so much, Isaac, and hopefully I will see you on Christmas Eve. Remember, everyone, doing a Christmas Eve live stream. It's going to be absolutely lovely. It's going to be chill, and it's going to be wholesome. So that's coming up on Christmas Eve Saturday, probably starting around 10:30, 11:15, and running into the early hours, or the first couple of minutes, or like 10 minutes, I suppose, of Christmas Day. And I can't wait for that. So hopefully, Isaac, I might see you there. Martin Longland, remember my prediction for late January, February? Martin is predicting that going to go cold later in January and lasting into February. Lots of people associate cold with snow. believe me, it was cold working outside. It has been very cold, hasn't it, my friend? Yeah, Martin Longland is going for cold at the end of January and into February with easterly winds, I think. So, yes, Martin, we shall see. Sam Parker, hello to you, my friend. Even if the second half of this month is warmer, CT will be below average. I think so. I think we will come away with a below average CT for December, but it might not be significantly so. It probably won't be enough to stop 2022 being the warmest year on record as well, by the way. Sam Parker saying, good afternoon, Gavin, everyone. Hello to you, my friend. Right, okay, Isaac, imagine if that air mass that affected us in December affected us in February. It would have been even colder, wouldn't it? Glenn Parker, hello to you, my friend. The winter 63 was the deepest I've ever seen. I was only 5 years old. That is the daddy of cold winters, that's why. And yeah, you know, that's the coldest winter since 1740. And incredibly cold, bitterly cold winter with that one. Tim Chubb, hello to you, Tim. Thank you so much to Tim for being on our live stream tonight. And we've also got Matthias here. So the models have had a hard time forecasting the weather end of this week and the start of next week. GFS has a colder solution until a couple of days ago, and now it's almost milder than the EC. The GFS has really been wobbling about lately, hasn't it? I don't know what's happened to the upgrade, but I'm not sure the upgrade has worked terribly well. We're at 90 concurrent viewers, really. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. At 39 thumbs up, please give us a like, let YouTube know, enjoy my live stream. Absolutely fantastic. If you can all do that for us. Right, okay, shout out a few more of you, and then we're going to start doing some screen capturing. We will bring you our 10 to 14 day live in about 3 or 4 minutes time. Mark was watching my lockdown haircut yesterday, and you said you were going to show us in a video, but you couldn't do it. Oh yeah, I think I was going to live stream. I was going to do a live stream, cutting my hair, but in the end, I decided not to. Matthew Older, hello to you, my friend. Good to Matthew Older. Andrew Jones McGuire. It's not that mild up in Scotland. Not yet. Not yet, Andrew. It may get that way in the end, but yes, not yet. Sam Parker. Snow is frozen regardless if it's wet or dry. Sleet is snow mixed with rain. That's true. Andrew Jones McGuire, hey Gav, Andy here from the Borders Weather. Hello to you, my friend, thank you so much for checking in. Paul Benson, hi Gav and everyone. Been raining here all day in EK. It's been a nice day here actually. Hasn't been too bad at all, very sunny and very mild. I think the rain is coming though before too much longer. Mark said I'm going to Gavin, for my work Christmas meal out tomorrow. You enjoy your Christmas dinner, my friend. You enjoy it, my friend. You can't beat a works do, can you? Especially if they lay on a nice spread and that. And a little bit of magic water always helps the turkey go down nicely, doesn't it? Right, okay, Duncan, we do get some cold Christmas weeks. It's been a while here, Duncan. It's been a while here since, there haven't been many since 2010, that's for sure. Peter Stanworth, will January be mild now, with cold on the east coast of America firing up projection? That cold's only going to last a little while. They are going to have a very extreme cold spell into eastern parts of America. They're going to have a very, very cold spell. If you haven't checked out USA forecast, then have a look at that. It's an eye-opener. So it's going to go brutally cold into northern and eastern America. Just as Christmas Day, it's going to back off. So I'm not sure that's going to have much effect on January, really. Of course, it might be the start of the cold getting into northern and eastern America and, regular cold plunges. But at the moment, it looks like it's just a one-off, really cold spell. It's going to last just for a couple of days. So, so straight once again, let's have a little sip of magic tea. So, yeah, we shall wait and see. We should wait and see what's going on in America. Welsh Minty! No more cold, please. I can't afford the bills. That's the one saving grace about turning milder, isn't it? There'll be a lot less people, you know, concerned, hopefully, about their bills and that. And, you know, hopefully the energy situation will improve too. Sure, I take a very much excellent Gavin, but only if we get Siberian freeze with loads of snow in January. Maybe. Multipontus HD. Gav, when will the storms hit us? I'm not sure if you get anything particularly stormy. I'm not sure of I haven't seen any signs of any notable windstorm coming up. I think it's going to be generally quite unsettled with low pressure bringing bouts of rain and at times, I suppose, quite strong winds that. But I don't think there's any sign like a polar vortex of doom bringing severe gales and that sort of thing yet. Have to caveat that. Matthew Older, I think 1984 was a white Christmas. That's actually quite a mild Christmas, but it got cold around just around New Year's Eve, I think, in 1984. 1985 had a cold Christmas week, though. There weren't that many cold Christmases in the 1980s, just really 1981. And then 1985 was quite mild on Christmas Day, but got cold. There was some snow between Christmas and New Year. Other than that, generally in the 80s, the Christmas weeks tended to be quite mild, actually. Right, okay, I think I'm about a super chat. Wow. Super chat. Stick your fingers in your ears, everybody. Super chat. Woo. Thank you so much to Sam Parker. That's amazing, incredible. Thank you so much, Sam, for that incredible super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. That's absolutely lovely. Sam saying, Christmas after all. Very nearly, Sam. It's very nearly Christmas. A couple of days to go. But yeah, we're kind of there now, aren't we? By the time you get to like 23rd, 22nd of December, you're feeling like it, aren't you? You're feeling like Christmas. So yeah, we're pretty much there, I think. Thank you so much, my friend. That is incredibly kind. Right, Tim Chubb saying in 87, my parents went out and I took my car out. I had no license. They came back as I did a handbrake turn into the drive and I continued sideways down the road as the car didn't turn in on the ice. It was incredibly cold. That was a really severe freeze up, wasn't it, Tim? Probably the coldest single spell of weather since 1840, I think. It was absolutely brutally cold. Excuse me again, for those days around the middle of January 87. I remember that so well. It was incredible. Right, if I've missed anybody in the live chat, then please give me a thumbs up or a waving emoji and I will give you a shout out. John Zebabunga, Gavin, are you going to be live streaming on New Year's Day 2023 sunny? Probably not. Probably won't live stream on New Year's Day. I would imagine the first live stream of 2023 will be on the Monday. I would have thought Monday the 2nd. That will be, won't it? Monday the 2nd of January 2023. Goodness gracious me, we're nearly into a new year. I must admit, I will be glad to see the back of 2022. I can't wait to see the back of 2022. We've only got like another 10 days of it to go. And it'll be epic to see the back of it. Andy K, hello to you, my friends. Hey up me ducks. Hello to you. Hey up me duck. Hello me duck. I love that saying. Hello me duck. Thank you so much, Andy K, for being here. Mark Harrison. Hey Gab, when's the next winter weather due? We're going to have a look at some data very shortly, my friend. James Reed is going to you. Going to James Reed. Also got Mark Harrison here. Thanks to you. Jay Nixon. Thanks to you, my friend. Mikey, same here, Gab. Yeah, I know 2022 hasn't been that great for you either. Mikey. I think there's a lot of people going to be glad to see the back of 2022, actually. A lot of people are counting down, you know, to get rid of it, I think, because it seems to have been one of those years that's a bad year for everybody. Andrew Jones McGuire, right, I'm back, dog walk, coffee made, medication taken, coal fire roaring, Chris job on. Let's go, let's do it. Okay, we are going to do it. We're going to do our 10 to 14 day. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It's been absolutely epic so far. Epic live stream. But now we're going to bring you our 10 to 14 day live. So I'm going to be disappearing. I'll be turning off the webcam for this. So I'm going to be saying bye-bye, but I'll be back a little bit later on to wrap up the stream. There we go. The image is going as well, and we're going to start display capturing on this Wednesday evening. There we go. Once again, I'm very, very sorry with the cough, everybody. Display capturing on the this Wednesday evening. Blaine O'Hare, how is the PV looking? We'll have a look in a moment. I think it might be starting to couple now into the troposphere, and that might be helping to drive the return of the Westerlies. Mark, are you doing many live streams over Christmas week next week? I mean, Gavin. So I doubt I'll be live streaming on Boxing Day, which is Monday. I will probably do the Wednesday live stream next week, and maybe the Friday night live stream as well, something like that. But just watch this space, everybody. Just watch this space. I will let everybody know in the live chat. But definitely, I think there'll be at least one live stream between Christmas and New Year, and I would imagine that will be on the Wednesday, this day next week, which I'm not sure what day that's going to be. That will be the 28th, won't it? So 28th of December, I will almost certainly do a live stream then. Whether we do, I won't do a live stream on Boxing Day, I wouldn't have thought, and maybe a Friday night live stream, but we should wait and see. We should wait and see about that. Right, okay, Andrew Jones McGuire. We don't get to see the arm movements. Is that only when the magic water is involved? Well, the reason, though, is that what we do with this is that we do everything that we would do in a 10 to 14 dayer, you know, in a video upload. The only difference is that we do it live rather than as a video upload. So I wouldn't normally have the webcam off in a regular 10 to 14 day video. So that's the reason. That's the reason. Ella Haring, hello Gav. I have a bad feeling about weather right now. It'll probably end with a deadlock situation from now until the 1st of April with heat and rain from the west. A pest from the west could be on the way back, couldn't it? It could be. Matthew Orchard, I need to diet before Christmas this year. Lol, too much chocolate and cheese. I'm going to enjoy Christmas, and then I'm going on a diet in January. I've decided I might even join a gym or something and start trying to do a little bit of working out and whatnot. So that's my New Year's resolution. Enjoy Christmas, and then watch out. Gav's going to be trying to lose a little bit of size. Right, been epic live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. We are going to bring our 10 to 14 day now. So here we go. We're going to start off with the central in temperature. The CT is now rising to 1.4, which is still 3 degrees below average. But that's quite an impressive rise. It's picked up like a degree in around 4 days. Is that 4 days? I think we picked up a degree. So that's quite an impressive rise, and of course that is going to carry on rising further. So we are going to go into the 2s. I would have thought we'll be in the 2s by Christmas, and then we shall wait and see how much further that rises up. Still significantly colder than average, though, has to be said. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next 12 weeks from Coventry today. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Coventry. We're around to above average at the moment. A little bit of a cooler snap appearing there just after Christmas. So that's around Boxing Day. And there have been a few hints that there might be a little bit of snow for some places on Boxing Day into the 27th of December. Very quickly that goes away and it turns milder again around the 28th, 29th of December, and then looking generally quite mild, really, as we go through into the new year. Also looks quite unsettled, so got a bit of a deluge to come on Friday. A lot of heavy rain come then. So sorry once again. And then in between, like around Christmas, it turns a little bit drier for a time, perhaps. So like from Christmas Eve to about 27th December, perhaps a little bit drier then, before it turns wetter into the end of December and the start of January. Let's have a look at Snow Row, shall we? So that's looking quite disappointing now. I'm afraid a lot of the snow spikes have disappeared, have been toned down. You can clearly see that the GFS ensembles have toned down the possibility of snow around and just after the Christmas period. There's huge snow spikes turning up there for the first week of January, but of course that is a very long way off. Let's see if it extend on someone's work day. No, we're not, so we'll move on from that very quickly. Temperature anomalies on the 21st to 29th of December, coming out milder than average for England and Wales, and a little bit cooler than average for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Precipitation anomalies from the 21st to 29th of December, generally above average rainfall. The latest info back from earthnorthschool.net shows that the Westerlies are in. The Westerlies are striking back. And we've got lots of low pressure in the Atlantic. All of that low pressure is only going in one direction, and that is in our direction, unfortunately. Right, or fortunately, if you like that kind of thing. Right, let's have a look at 12Z, Ben. So you'll start off with the UK Met Europe. It's now things looking on Christmas Eve. Low pressure to our west, bring in those relatively mild westerly winds. Into Christmas Day, low pressure dominates. Weather starting a little bit colder from the northwest on Christmas Day. Maybe the shower turn a bit wintry up over Scotland, otherwise rain showers generally. And then into Boxing Day, again, northwesterly winds could feed in some wintry showers into the north. The south bow would be mainly dry. And then between Christmas and New Year, further low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, keeping the mild and unsettled weather going up to Wednesday, the 28th of December. Icon looks like that again for Christmas Eve. Low pressure dominating weather. No showers or longer spells of rain likely into Christmas Day. A little bit colder from the northwest. We start to pick up a bit of a northwest. That could feed some wintry showers into northern and western parts of the country. Particularly Christmas night. Boxing Day looking quite cold there. Winds in from the north and from the northwest. They might bring some wintry showers a little bit further southwards. It's only a one-day wonder by the 27th of December. Winter backing into west, it's turning milder, wetter and windy, potentially very mild there around 27th, 28th of December, for the south anyway, really mild possibly, and also rather wet and windy as well. That's like quite a vigorous low over Scotland, quite a vigorous windstorm possible there. The GFS, let's have a look at GFS Midnight Run and 6Z before we look at the 12Z. So this is what GFS Midnight Run was showing, again, rather wet and windy over Christmas period, something a little bit colder from the northwest as we go from Christmas Day into Boxing Day, and then this area of low pressure coming into that colder air, bringing risk of some snow in parts of the country. Remember, UK Met and also Icon don't show that second low coming into that colder air on Boxing Day. That clears through, and then more low pressure comes sweeping in off the Atlantic between Christmas and the New Year. The low pressure then dying southwards. Heights rising around Greenland, Iceland. GFS still trying to raise those heights up over Greenland and Iceland, trying to turn things colder up to the New Year. Actually, it does get quite cold there with the GFS Midnight Run for a little while around New Year. Then low pressure back in off the Atlantic, and we turn mild and wetter through the first week of January. We'll have a look at 6 there, Ben, see what that one's doing. So again, Christmas Eve, rather unsettled, mild, wet, windy, all of that kind of thing. Then bringing some colder northwesterly winds from Christmas Day into Boxing Day, with this secondary area of low pressure running into that cold air. That delivers potentially a little bit of snow on the GFS 6 there. Beyond that, more low pressure then rolls in as we head up towards the New Year. Wet, windy, relatively mild with that as well. And then we get to New Year again. We find that we have further areas of low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic, so potentially rather wet and stormy there around New Year's Day. Could be a little snow on the northern edge of that area of low pressure, and high pressure building over to the east of the country, setting down through the first week of January, possibly turning a little bit cold with some frost and fog, although the winds are back into the south and southwest by the 6th of January. Now the 12s there is looking like this. So this is the latest GFS run, showery and unsettled for Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. So it turn a little bit cooler from the northwest, although not as much of a northwesterly wind with the GFS 12s there. And so we don't get that secondary low coming up from the south on Boxing Day either. We just go flat and westerly. So clearly the risk of snow Boxing Day 27th of December is eradicated by the GFS 12s there. And just looking rather mild, wet and windy there between Christmas and the New Year, with further low pressure rattling in from off the Atlantic along that southwesterly there into the opening days of January. So more wet and windy weather with that, and those southwesterly winds keep on going until 6th of January. That's about as it gets if you want. Cold weather in January, that high pressure over France, Spain, Mediterranean, Germany, whatnot, and the low pressure combined that in the North Atlantic brings up the air from the Azores. So that's about as far removed from a cold pattern as you can possibly get. The only saving grace is that it's like over 2 weeks away. GM looking like this, low pressure once more dominating the weather on Christmas Eve, then into Christmas Day. We pick up a slightly colder northwesterly, so a little bit of cold snap there from late Christmas Day into Boxing Day, but it is only a one-day wonder. We're back into those mild west-southwesters again as we head on into the New Year. That's how I look at day 10, New Year's Eve, still Atlantic driven, mild with westerly winds. The ECM WF12Z is updating as we're speaking, so we'll have a look at midnight run and come back to the ECM 12Z at the end of the live stream. You can join this live stream, by the way. Please you like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Drop a comment after stream, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and live streams. Thank you so very much for doing that. Just a couple of days before Christmas now. Wow, wow, wow. Christmas is coming. How epic. Right, the ECMWF midnight run looked like that. So again, we have that little bit of a cooler interlude around Boxing Day. Winds going to the northwest. It is only a one-day wonder. Winds back into west-southwest on Tuesday 27th of December, and then just rather mild, wet and windy right way up to New Year's Eve. Then with low pressure in from off the Atlantic Ocean. Still relatively high with heights over Siberia, you'll notice. The Siberian high is still up to 1,055 millibars there. That is what kicked off the December cold spell, of course. The strength of the Siberian high eventually managing to take over when the Atlantic ran out of steam at the end of November. So whilst pressure remains pretty high over Siberia at 1,055 millibars, that kind of level, 1,050, 1,060 millibars. But it's always a prospect that that high pressure could start pushing back in, especially when the Atlantic eases off the gas. And that is also one of the reasons why we're thinking that we're probably going to get an SSW, Southern Transatlantic Warming, this year. That strength of that Siberian high should promote planetary waves to go further on into winter. That should promote southern stratospheric warming. Right, so we're going to come back to the ECM 12Z at the end of the live stream. Let's have a quick look at the precipitation forecast based on that GFS 12Z run. So lots of showery rain to come over the next few days and whatnot. Bit of a deluge there on Friday. Some of that turning to snow across northern England and into southern Scotland. Late on Friday, even Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Eve itself, not much wind shear potential on Christmas Eve, just a little bit over Scottish Mountains. Otherwise, it showers in the west, most places having a rather dry and mild Christmas Eve. Looking quite wet on Christmas Day there on the GFS 12Z run. So coming back into Scotland as cold air begins to dig in from the northwest from Christmas Day into Boxing Day. So Boxing Day probably the coldest of the 3 days of Christmas. Out of the 3, Boxing Day probably the coldest with wintry showers in the north and west. Not much getting down into the south. Then after that, we go off into those milder west-southwesterlies as we go through towards the New Year. Still a little snow for northern parts of Scotland, but generally we're talking about wet weather there as we're going into the late December and beginning of January period. Maybe a little bit of cooler snap there. As we get into the beginning of January. Now let's have a quick look at the 6 there. Remember, the GFS has backed off this idea, but I thought I'd just show you this. So this is what the GFS 6Z was forecasting before the 12Z superseded it. And again, we find that there's quite a wet weather to come over the next day or so. Bit of a deluge on Friday. Some of that turned to snow through northern England and also parts of Scotland as well. And then Christmas Day, showers, wintry showers, northern Scotland, otherwise mostly towards rain. Cold air begins to dig in on Christmas night, showers turning wintry in the north and in the west. And then on Boxing Day, this low pressure from the south starts to bring this heavy rain into the south. And look what happens with that through Boxing Day. Very significant snow event through parts of South Wales, South West England, the Midlands. I'll be well and truly in for it there. East Anglia, up to Lincolnshire as well. A dramatic snow event on that GFS 6 there. But remember, that is gone. That's gone now on the 12Z. So looks like the GFS has backed away from that idea. Reverse ferreted on that idea. And then plenty of rain to come as we go up towards the new year as well on the GFS 6 then. Visual precipitation type forecast based on the GFS on the ECM midnight run. So plenty of wet weather coming again. There's Friday's deluge as well. So that turns to snow in the north into Christmas. Does have that low from Boxing Day in the south actually. So the ECM also has that wet weather in the south on Boxing Day, but keeps it as rain, doesn't turn it to snow. Then we're into those wintry showers late Boxing Day into December, not for long. More wet weather and mild air coming back in from off the Atlantic all the way up to New Year's Eve. These are the options on the table within the ECM Ensembles today. 4-day count, which gets us to New Year's Eve from the Icelandic Meteorology. 17 miles of the ECM Ensembles with low pressure to our west, high pressure to our east, and winds are coming up from a mild southwesterly direction. 14 with low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and that looks flat as a pancake with winds in from the west. 12 with a ridge of high pressure over slightly to the east of the country, low pressure out west, mostly dry and pretty mild with that. And then 8 down here have high pressure more towards Scandinavia and will be bringing something a little bit colder perhaps from off the continent. So out of all the options, that is because option, but only 8 going in that direction. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 5th of January, 28 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and winds are in from the west. 12 with high pressure to our east and northeast, and winds coming in from a colder easterly direction with that. And then 11 with high pressure just over and slightly to our west. That would be mostly dry and could be rather cold with a risk of a little bit of frost and whatnot. The coldest option there is a middle option, the 12 that we have there. That will bring in a wind from the east or maybe even slightly northeast. So that is trying to get us back cold weather from Scandinavia. CFS V2 weeklies look like this. These are 500 millibar high orange bring down into week periods. The first week period takes 21st, 27th of December. The coming week has low pressure in off the Atlantic with high pressure to the south, winds in from west or southwesterly direction, mild and unsettled bed through Christmas. Week 2 is going to be the 28th of December to 3rd of January. High pressure is over to the east country, low pressure out to west. Winds coming up from a relatively mild southwesterly direction. Week 3 will be the 4th to the 10th of January. Still with low pressure out west, high pressure to the east. That keeps the wind from a mild southerly southwesterly direction. And week 4 rounds it all off. This is going to be the 11th to 17th of January. Again, high pressure around Germany. And we're bringing up a very mild southerly flow with that. That will be a really mild first half of January. So after a very cold first half of December, that's a really mild first half of January. CFS V2 for January itself looks like that, with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. That will bring in wind from a west or southwesterly direction. The model is going for above average temperatures in January, quite significantly so, and no signal for precipitation. Do I have a look at a little bit of long range before we go from the CFS and the Beijing Climate Centre? Would you? Wow, 121 can cope. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. That is epic. Thank you so much. And Richard's here as well, my good friend Richard Trott. Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you so much. Chris Clifford, have you ever had a sore throat before that feels like something stuck in your throat before a cold? Yes, sometimes. Sometimes, Chris. Thank you so much, Rich, for being here. I know that Rich is really busy. Rich is really busy at the moment. Obviously, you know, because where Richard works, it's the busiest time of the year building up to Christmas. So thank you so much, Richard, for coming into the live stream after you've had such a busy and I'm sure rather crazy day dealing with people buying their Christmas groceries. And that. Do you want to see some long range before we go, everybody? Before we wrap up live stream, would you like to see some long range? We've got Lee Stevens here. How to you, my friend? Gutted that this winter is such an anti-climax. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, my friend. But certainly, it does look as though we're going into an extended milder period now. Mark Vogan. Good evening, Mark. Thank you so much. To Mark Vogan for being here. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Epic live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, we had a little bit of a buzz. Thanks to the moderators for taking care of that. Right, let's come back down to the bottom of the live chat. Richard, thanks at GavsWeatherVids. No problem, my friend. I know you're so busy right now. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking in on such a long, busy day. Jay Nixon, I'll be looking at stratospheric temperatures. Not on this live stream, maybe in a video, possibly tomorrow or Friday we might look at that. But I can tell you there's no sign of an SSW at the moment. There's no sign of sun stratospheric warming at the moment. So, do I have a look at some long range? Do I have a look at some long range? Shall I have a look at some long range? If I have a look at some long range, give me a thumbs up emoji. And we'll do that before we wrap the live stream up. Richard, it's a limp climax. So, yes, it's a little bit, Richard. Right, okay. Thomas Christensen. We might get a bit of cold weather in February, at least. Maybe February will be the one. Maybe the blocking. But what might happen, what can sometimes happen is that, like, you start the winter with a pattern, and then it changes, and then at the end of the winter, the pattern that you started with comes back. That can happen a little bit. So maybe, like, the final couple of weeks of February might see blocking return or something, with, like, the heart of the winter going zonal. That can happen sometimes. I'm so sorry, everybody. Once again, right, okay. Shiram, enjoyable heating bills is a takeaway message. Every cloud has a silver lining, doesn't it, Shiram? Right, Mikey wants to see some long range. Lee Stevens wants to see some long range. Press Crazy Boy wants to see some long range. James 98 wants to see some long range. Steffi 87 wants to see some long range. Paul James wants to see some long range. Trish wants to see some long range. Matthew Older wants to see some long range too. Sean wants to see some long range. Sam Parker wants to see some long range. Right, we'll do that before we go, and then we'll have a live stream wrapped up. Steffi wants to see some long range. Nick Hine, thanks at GavsWeatherVids, and well done to a mod at Paul James and James 98. Thank you so much for our moderation. We're not quite done yet. We've got a little bit more to show you. Richard, the mirror effect winter at GavsWeatherVids. That's it, Rich. That is it. Mark Kanish wants to see some long range. Best of Sweden also wants to see some long range. JL wants to see some long range. Right, let's do that, and then we're going to wrap up this live stream that is just before Christmas. Okay, CFS V2 first of all. This is January's 700 millibar height anomaly. So going for a displacement of the Azores higher wave fronts, that would normally be good news if you want cold weather. But we also have this ridge over and to the east of the country. There's probably a trough through here, as there's got to be a trough somewhere, so probably a trough through there. And the upshot is we probably keep wind in from a mild west or southwesterly. However, if it's underestimating northern blocking, and CFS does do that, if we have more northern blocking around here, for example, with the Azores high, so sorry, again, we have sort of like displaced away from us. It's possible we might start bringing some colder air in. But as it is, CFS is going for a mild January. February looking like that, flat as a pancake. It's been a consistent signal from the CFS, I have to say. It could be consistently wrong, but has been a consistent signal for low pressure in the North Atlantic, high pressure around the Azores, winds in from the west, so zonal in February. And then March looks like that. So going deep low pressure around Greenland, Iceland, again high pressure ridging in from the Azores into southern Europe and winds in from a mild or a very mild southwesterly direction with that. I could run you on further into the spring. So April anticyclonic, probably a warm and dry April with that, with the Azores high ridging in from the southwest. May looks like that. So high pressure going a bit further north in May towards Greenland. There could be low pressure through there. So that could be a cooler and wetter signal for May. And then June, 6 months away. So this is really ultra long range. But June, with a mid-Atlantic ridge going to Greenland. Again, there's probably a trough through there. So maybe a rather unsettled and cool June signal. That's how CFS is looking. This is a Beijing Climate Centre. So I just want to show you the December 500 millibar high tonic from Beijing Climate Centre at the start of the month. It's generated on the 1st of December. And it had got the high pressure, it got high pressure from Greenland to north of Scotland, and the low pressure down here, winds in from the east. It also got relatively mild pattern on the eastern side of America with that reach just there. So I think done pretty well, certainly for the first half of December anyway. Well, this is what it's forecasting for January, and if this is right, the blocking will come back in January with all of the red colours in the high latitudes, low pressure to the south, winds in from the east, and the Azores high displaced away towards the east coast of America. That should deliver us a cold and wintry January, if that comes off. Obviously, there's no sign of that within the shorter range model output at the moment, but that's what the baseline presenter was forecasting for January at the beginning of December. This is February's 500 millibar high tonic. Again, mid-Atlantic ridge extending northwards. Trough of low pressure over the UK and Western Europe. That could bring the wind in from quite a cold northeasterly direction. So January and February both have cold potential with the Beijing Climate Centre. And then this is March, again, with high pressure around Iceland. So probably going to favour winds in from the northeast. Both, or all three, January, February, March, has cold potential there. The Beijing Climate Centre 200 millibar height anomaly for January. Looks like that. Again, you see the yellow and orange colours to the north with blue colours and low pressure to the south. That should deliver the wind in from the east. So maybe after a mild zonal beginning to January, that does look like now, maybe after that we'll get a Scandinavian high back. Remember, that Siberian high is still sitting there over Russia, so maybe that will be the catalyst. This is how February's 200 millibar height anomaly looks, with high pressure in the Atlantic, low pressure just to our east. Could that deliver us some northeasterly winds in February? And then that's how March is looking. Again, the high pressure is sort of focused on Iceland. You would have thought that could bring in the wind from the northeast. So Donald's over Beijing Climate Centre continues to hint at a rather cold winter. But last thing we want to look at before we go is the ECM at 12. Then it has finished updating now, so have a look at that. Then we get the live stream wrapped up. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been an epic live stream. Just going to look at this, and then we're done. So Saturday, Christmas Eve, mild, wet, windy with the ECM 12 there across the country. Christmas Day to Boxing Day, something a little bit cooler coming in from the northwest. A little bit of a colder into, especially say for Scotland, could be some wintry showers. It doesn't last for long. Most mild west-southwest is about the 27th of December, and then we go into what looks like a very unsettled final few days of the year. Probably not overly mild, but, you know, not cold either. And that looks like a vigorous area of low pressure just there. So that's where the low is on Friday the 30th of December at midday. And then that low by the 31st, by New Year's Eve, is somewhere over Denmark or the Low Countries, just there. So obviously that low has gone in that direction. That might be a very vigorous windstorm that the ECM is picking up there for days 9 to 10. It's a long way off, so I wouldn't be overly concerned about it at the moment. But obviously, if we keep this Atlantic strip of weather going for long enough, we will probably generate quite a significant windstorm. That low possibly could deliver a little bit slow on the northern edge. It might be particularly to the northern half of the country. But precipitation type forecasts based on that ECM 12Z run will be interesting to look at when that updates in around an hour or so's time. Right, we're done. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been an absolute epic live stream. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you so much. Wow. Richard, Racing Crime Centre brings a better climax. That wasn't bad, was it, Rich? That climax was, was alright, rather than, like, can't forecast slow. Anyway, better than can't forecast slow, wasn't it? Nick Hyde at GavsWeatherVids. Hope to catch you on your Christmas Eve live stream. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, we're live streaming on Christmas Eve. And that will be our next live stream. So let me just turn up a display capture. Oh, thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. To Sam Parker. Thank you so much to Sam Parker for your kindness and generosity. For your super chat. Right, let's put the image back up. Webcam back up. Yeah, that's a nice place to stop. I think so. I'll be live streaming on Christmas Eve on Saturday. That'll be the next live stream. No Friday night live stream this week. Therefore, I'm having Friday night off. I shall see you live on Saturday on Christmas Eve late if you're around the channel, sometime around 10:30, 10:40, something like that. It'll be nice, chill, relax. You know, we'll hang out on Christmas Eve, maybe whistle or possibly even attempt to sing. What's wrong with my eye? Attempt to sing one or two Christmas carols. And it's going to be lovely. It's going to be absolutely lovely. So, hopefully I'll see you on Christmas Eve. If not, then as this is the final live stream of doing before live stream doing before Christmas, then let me just say I hope that you all have a lovely Christmas, have a fantastic time, and you know, I wish you everything that your Christmas could possibly be, and Merry Christmas, you know, to all of you. Now I want to say thank you very much to our moderators. That'd be absolutely fantastic. That'd be fantastic. So if everyone say thank you to James and to Paul James, that'd be absolutely epic. Thank you so much to our moderators. Richard, Merry Christmas, everyone. Paul saying if anyone can't make Christmas Eve live stream, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to all of you. You know, if you can make the live stream, then I shall see you there on Christmas Eve. If you can't, then just have a wonderful time. Don't forget that on Christmas Day we're going to be releasing, not as a premiere this year, but just as a video, we'll be releasing our historic video. Going to be the third of the trilogy. We're looking at all February 2nd data with our Christmas historic videos. So that will be released on Christmas Day. Have a wonderful Christmas, each and every one of you. Merry Christmas from me and from GavsWeatherVids, and maybe I'll see you on Christmas Eve, maybe I won't, but you know, have a lovely time. And we'll be live streaming definitely, I think, on Wednesday, 28th of December. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and for this live stream, that's all for now. And thanks for watching, and bye for now, and also Merry Christmas.